Hello, friends. Welcome to Akulmach Live. I am your host, Chandrakant, and as you know, that I meet you every day to discuss about various business issues that affect our industry. And by the way, friends, this stream is sponsored by Board. And if you're looking for gadgets and if you're looking for very good, sound solutions, Board is one good company to choose from. Their special devices are curated only for Akulmach. Special discounts are available. The link is given in the description below. Do check them out. All right. Also, we are live right now, and if you want to join this discussion, which is about gender equality, you can. And the process of joining us live is given in the description. All right. Let's begin our discussion. We know that there is a gender inequality, but how much is the inequality? We have no idea, right? And to discuss this matter, I will be joined by a very senior industry person today. Her name is Ritu Gupta, and she is the faculty for marketing and mass communication. And she works with a lot of leaders across India, across the world. And she is a very successful entrepreneur as well as a trainer, executive coach. So, without further ado, let us welcome Ritu Gupta to our show. Ritu, welcome, and we are very honored and happy to have you on our show. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm also honored to be there on the show.
Yes, Ritu. So I think the discussion is about the gender equality, and as you know that a lot of people talk about gender equality, but then people don't know what is gender equality. So we will have four questions today in our program in our live stream, and these questions are already sent by the viewers to us. So we will put these questions one by one, and therefore the first question is: can you please tell what any time when you promoted gender equality in the workplace? So one of your past experience when you actually implemented the gender equality in your company, in your organization.
Okay, this is now very interesting question. Uh, Gender equality, I believe, is a fundamental human right. And I have been teaching journalism and mass communication in, in various universities. And there are certain fields where people they feel that only women can work. But I personally promoted my male colleagues, and I feel that this is what gender equality is all about. That both male and female are treated equally. Because social phenomenon, when people are not treated equally on the basis of gender, is gender inequality. So, so I personally treat my team people, my team members, whether they are male or female, I treat them all equally. Okay, I do agree that male colleagues are at times, not always, are given more package or salary as compared to women, because there is this perception in the society that the girls who come to work, they will leave the job after their marriage, but men don't do that. But now this perception has to be changed, because I'll give you one incident, that one of my male colleague, he is married to a woman officer in the Indian Army, and his wife gets transferred after every 3 years. And so this guy wanted a job where he can stay in Delhi NCR. And I think I promoted this gender equality, because this guy is highly qualified and he never wanted to go with his wife on every posting and get his career ruined. So this is what I did. It's funny, but this is what I did. I got job in my university with me.
Well, I think this is excellent because many times people say that the women bosses can be partial, but I think you have shown by giving this example that it is an impartial world and equality cuts both ways. So I think it's an excellent example and good answer to this question. So let's move on to the next one. And again, we are focused on the gender equality in our program. So, question number two is, how do you believe women empowerment benefit both individuals and society as a whole? Over to you, Ritu.
Yes, women empowerment benefits everyone in the society, whether it's on the home front or the professional front. I personally feel that a girl, a woman should be financially independent. She should be made to study, and she should be given highest and the best of the qualifications. Because this changes the society, the mindset, and it is a social phenomenon. And we should not discriminate between a boy or a girl. The ownership of taking responsibility should there be in girls also, because in our society we always want that men should take the responsibility, but the woman should also take the responsibility. The society, the Indian society is changing. It's changing, and it is the woman should be equal partner in ra- in raising the society, doing positive, and they do contribution to the GDP. I think this is how I think we should make awareness programs on the school level itself among the young children, so that once they pass out their 12th standard or the basic qualification, the graduation, they have this thing inculcated in them that boys and girls, they have to share the responsibility. This is there in the students now, and the society is changing. At the same time, the male child should be told to take responsibility on the home front. So this is what I feel.
Well, I think some of these solutions that you are talking about are easier said than done. It's not about India. I think it's world over. This is a phenomena which is affecting everyone. So I think it's a good solution. It will take time to implement. I think it requires a whole changes at the society level. So we move on to the next question, and that is, what strategies do you believe are most effective for promoting women's leadership and representation in the workplace? What is the strategy? How? I mean, you have a lot of ideas, but then how do you go about implementing? Considering this is a men's world. I mean, just to go ahead with an idea. All right, over to you, Ritu.
So I think the HR department has got a very important role to play in this. They should hire more of women leaders. The girls should be given the opportunity, the chances to, to prove themselves. See, no newcomer is good. You have to hone their skills. The HR has to hone their skills. The woman should be given the responsibility to prove herself, and I'm sure they will do it, because leadership quality is more in women as compared to men. Because when you see women, they are like home ministers in their homes. They are doing multitasking. So let them also do the same kind of multitasking in the professional world, in the corporate world. So the HR has got a very important role to play in this. At the same time, there should be some awareness seminars, awareness programs in various corporates. And believe me, right now, the best of the HRs are women also. So these women need to promote women. It's a chain process, and the woman has to help out the woman. Because I personally have dealt with best of the men colleagues. So the women need to know that their women colleagues are also going to be a kind of a power to them. So they need to promote this.
So, Rituji, what you're saying is that the strategy is to train the women workforce first rather than training the men force, and orientation classes to be conducted for the women workforce so that they get to know where they are heading and how they are getting perceived. In fact, today is a very important day for all of us because the first day of the budget session being presented by Honorable Sitaramanji. Uh, very exciting day, and she is the finance minister of India. Very good example for all the women to proceed further. All right, let's move to the next question, Rituji, and that is, how do you believe organizations can address and dismantle systems of gender discrimination and inequality? You already mentioned that HR plays a major role, but then don't you think the mindset shift is required by everyone?
I do agree that the mindset shift is required by everyone, and this starts at home. The child, the male child and the woman child, they have to be told that there is equality in the world. And for this, the media plays an important role. The parents have to be educated also. And media has got an important role to play. There should be more of, of podcasts, the more of written articles, more programs, because everyone is on mobile these days. So we need to have these kind of things where people they read, these goes in their brain, and they educate their kids. Number two, the government has to play an important role in this. We do have programs like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, but we need to have more of other things also. The state government has to do all these things. The school education should be such that it promotes the leadership among women. The woman needs to be skilled. They need to be skilled to be leaders, to go out, work, and give their contribution in the finances. I've seen families where women, they are educated, they go out, but they do not contribute financially. So they do not have leadership qualities. So this should be there, and women and men should be treated equally. This is what I need to say.
Well, I think it's a fair point, and it is very important for the society to succeed. It's not a phenomena which is related only to our country, which is the great nation of Bharat, but I think it's a global phenomena. You go to Kenya, you go to US, you go to any EU, any country in EU, you will always see the parity between the men officer getting higher salary than the women. And in fact, United States has been in existence for 400 years, but it took them 400 years to elect the first vice president. There has not been a single president in a country like USA. So I think it's a global phenomena. I think you made some very valid points today, Rituji, and it was great talking to you today and understanding these things. I think this is a very vast subject. It may require more number of episodes to drill down these points. So thank you so much for joining us live and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
So, friends, we had a fantastic discussion with Ritu, and she shared her nuggets of knowledge because she's working with a lot of institutes. She is an executive coach. She works with a lot of CEOs across the world, and she has opened her mind today, and she said what she felt. So it was a great discussion. Just in case if you have a question, please feel free to send it across, and we will take up in the next live episode. Thank you for joining me live. Bye for now.